So continuing on with my scary movie special. Last video, I reviewed Shaun of the Dead and The Lost Boys. And today, I'm going to be reviewing Scream and Child's Play. Now, I have reviewed both of these movies on Letterboxd before. And no, I'm not being shameless and asking you to follow me on Letterboxd. I would never do that. But there is a link to my Letterboxd in the description, so if you want to follow me, you always can. Anyway, let's start with Child's Play. So in Child's Play, serial killer Charles Lee Ray, or Chucky, is shot to death in a toy store, but he uses voodoo magic to transfer his soul into a good guy doll. When 6-year-old child Andy Barkley gets Chucky for his birthday, Chucky starts killing people. Now, I really love this movie. I think it was like number 3 on my favorite horror movies list on Letterboxd. Now, the main thing I like about it is Chucky himself. Chucky is known to be one of those horror icons like Freddy Krueger, who has a really entertaining personality. And we do get to see that entertaining personality in the second half of this movie. But for the first half, it's more of a mystery, because when we see people being killed in the first half, it's always from Chucky's point of view. So the viewer doesn't necessarily know if it's Chucky or if it's actually Andy. Now, today everyone knows it's Chucky because, it's famous. But back then, some people probably actually would have thought it was Andy. So I like that it's a bit of a mystery in the first half, but I really love it when Chucky is revealed. Brad Dourif played Chucky and Charles Lee Ray in the opening scene, and he is amazing. He has a very charismatic and entertaining personality. He's a horror icon for a reason. So overall, I really love the original Child's Play. And if you somehow haven't seen Child's Play, I would definitely recommend that you watch it. Now let's talk about Scream. So in Scream, a psychotic serial killer called Ghostface taunts an old victim's daughter, Sidney Prescott, and kills her friends in this really self-aware movie. Now, Scream is one of my favorite horror movies. I think it was number 2 in my favorite horror movies list on Letterboxd. And the scary thing about Scream is that Ghostface doesn't feel superhuman. He is just a psycho in a mask. Most of the major horror icons weren't really human. Jason was pretty much a zombie. Michael Myers was sort of human in the first Halloween, but in the sequels that was changed. Freddy Krueger and Chucky weren't human, but that was kind of the point. But Ghostface is very realistic, and that makes him so much scarier to me than those other characters. And Scream is also a whodunit, because you don't know who Ghostface is until the end, and that really helps to separate it from the crowd. But the movie isn't just scary, it's also very fun. It has very self-aware humor, and that really works for me. And the characters are very entertaining. The main character, Sydney, is my favorite final girl in any horror movie. And that's mainly because she is pretty badass, and she doesn't really take any shit from Ghostface. I also liked Randy, because he was really funny and entertaining. My favorite scene is probably when he talks about the rules of a horror movie. So overall, I really liked Scream. And if you like horror movies and you haven't seen Scream, I would definitely recommend that you watch it.